Hey there, boys and girls. Chris here, and this movie is for my pal Sam, who told me to hurry up and get more movies out there. So, Sam, this movie is specifically for you. So, let's hope you're watching. We're going to do this movie on lighting effects. If you have either neglected or were unable to, or think that in post-production you'd like to add some color, let's say, to the lighting effects on this particular stock photo of this model. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a copy of the background layer by hitting Command or Control J, and that's the layer we're going to do our lighting effects on. Under the filter menu, we're going to render lighting effects, and we get a pretty big dialog box. And what we're going to do here is we're going to look at this dialog here, this little window that allows us to play with the shape and the direction of our light. So we're going to bring our light back from in this direction, but we're going to change the style of the light as well. And you can see the different presets we've got in here. We're going to go to the soft spotlight, and then we're going to change the dynamics of the light. We're going to open it up a little bit and pull it through till it's maybe a little bit right in there, let's say. There's our first light, and we're going to change the color now. So you can see this first dialog, this first section of this dialog here, this light type. We went with a spotlight, we have the intensity, we're almost full out and we're almost full wide. We can back those off accordingly. So I'm going to click once in here, and I'm going to get a blue light, some kind of a light blue, and you can see I've got a nice blue deepening kind of an evening effect, and I can pull back that intensity if I want, or I can leave it up where it was. Now the properties are something that I recommend you play with, whether you want a kind of a matty type gloss or a shiny gloss effect to the, giving you a sheen on the light. Now these are qualities of the lights that it really is going to be dependent on the subject that you're lighting it to, and I would recommend you play with these. We're going to leave these set up as the default pretty much right here. I want to show you how to add a second light though. Right down here we've got the trash can and this button here, which is for adding a new light. So if I take this and I drag this up, and I get a new light. Now I still have the source to this light, as we'll get back to in a second, but this one I want to leave it as a soft spotlight, but I want to bring this from the bottom up through this way. We're going to open it up a little bit, maybe soften it out just a hair. Maybe open it up just a little bit more. And with this light, I'm going to leave it around 6 for the intensity, and we're going to go with a red, kind of a light red feel up in this direction. So now if we want to get back to the blue, all we have to do is click on this and we get our blue. You can see everything changes there, and we can make fine-tune adjustments. But say we like that there. We hit OK, and now you see the dynamic effects of that light. Now you see we've added a lot of drama and some coloring effects that we would have gotten from gels and that. Now to minimize this or to change this, we can very easily bring back the opacity. If we don't like it to be too intense, I kind of like the blue. The red's a little bit intense. I might want to go back to the lighting effects and adjust that. But let's just persevere here a little bit, and we're going to go and we're going to add a we're going to put that in soft light blend mode, adding some intensity to that. Now to add the intensity even a little bit more, I'm going to hold down my option key and add a black and white adjustment layer. That brings up this dialog box, which allows me to change my blend mode. The blend mode I'm going to select is soft light. When I hit OK, you're going to see some aggressive effects that are going to start to dial in on our image. And I can fine-tune these if I really want to go down deep. I can be down in here. If I want to open it up some, I can get kind of a blown out feeling. I'm going to go with a dark feeling. You're going to find that depending on the tone of your image will depend on which sliders are doing what. Let's say we like that. Now we get a layer mask here. with the layer mask, I'm not crazy about what it's doing to her eye. It's kind of hiding that top. I'd like to see a little bit more detail in here. So I'm going to select the layer mask, get a brush. Black is my foreground color. And with about maybe a 50% opacity brush, get a little bit bigger brush with and just paint out some of that effect up in the eye area. And you can see what's happened here. That's what that has added. Kind of like might want to brush out a little bit of what's going on her other eye as well. But you can see the flexibility that we have in adding this. So there is, if I hold my option button down, there's the before, which starts to look kind of plain now. Before it looked not too bad, but now we've added a lot of drama and intensity to this, adding lighting effects and a adjustment layer to add some intensity to the image. So this is some great stuff for post-production, whether you have forgotten something, whether you were unable to achieve something, but thinking about that and envisioning that and also playing around a little bit in post-production can lead to some really creative ideas.